Are we live?
Yeah.
I think we're live. We are. Welcome back to A9 Media. Welcome back to the absolute banger of a quarter final. Us, France versus Morocco for a place. Actually, I believe is this round of 16? It's quarter final, no? Anyway, absolute crazy game, guys. France versus Morocco. You know, we've got Hakimi versus Mbappe. We've got Brahim in there. Yes, it is a quarterfinal. Sorry, guys, just a bit out of sync right now. Listen, France versus Morocco. Quickly go through the teams before the game starts. Desiree Doué is back at left wing. So Barcola sits out in this game. Olise and Dembele and Mbappe continue. Still no Chouamini, which is really disappointing for me. I mean, Firmini is clearly suffering with an injury that's really bad. I mean, it was said to be an issue that was small, but look, he's still out. Rabiot and Kone is the midfield. Greener keeps his place at left back, and Saliba, Upamecano, Koundé, and of course Mike Manyan. Look, Morocco, Hakimi is back. We've got Diop, Mazraoui, Saladine, Bouadi, Al Ainoyu, Shalbi, Unahi, and Kounos and Brahim Diaz. Listen, these players around here are highly, highly talented. And of course, Hakimi up here. This won't be an easy game, this for France, I'm telling you now. This will not be an easy game whatsoever. So, guys, make sure to follow along. And of course, make sure to like the live. Make sure to subscribe to A9 Media. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We've got Mike in the business. 6 Argentina refs, lol. Exactly, Mike. We're already started, brother. But let's be optimistic, man. Let's be optimistic. The game has started. The game has started. So let's go on 20 seconds and let's start the game, guys. Mike, what are we saying, brother? What are we saying? How's things? I mean, an intense start here. France starting up really, really high. Morocco, well, France passing out of the back there. Big up to Mike as always. Let's see what Morocco's got here because listen, this will not be an easy game. I'm telling you now, this will not be an easy game. It never is. I'm hoping for at least 5 towel steals from Morocco. 5 towel steals. Interesting. Why would they want to steal towels, bro? Share it. Brahim, man. What could Brahim do today? Oof, good little turn on Digne there. And he gets past Rabiot as well. Gives it to Hakimi. No, Hakimi's at the back there. Look, this Morocco side's got some ballers. I'm telling you, this is not going to be an easy game. Let me tell you that. This will not be an easy game. But listen, we need Kiki. We need all the agendas I had against Kiki. I don't care anymore. Listen, we need Kiki to take down the Argentinian, you know, whatever you want to call them, mafias, Argentina and FIFA. There's only one man, and that is the dictator. Is a dictator is our last hope. Let me tell you that. France quality, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I mean, look at that team. Desiree Doué, Mbappe, Dembele, Michael Elise. Oh my goodness. The only slight weakness can England knock out Argentina? Well, yes, they can in the semi-final, but let's be honest. Would you be surprised if England go out against Norway? I don't trust England, bro. Like, look, living in this country for, a decade and on, I've seen this team just bottle it continuously. So I won't be surprised if it's Argentina France final again. Here comes Kiki. He looks motivated today. Out wide to Dembele. Kunde on the overlap. Can he find him? No, he doesn't. He tries to find Elise. Well, back for Upamecano. So, well, yeah, of course, the projector, they're on, Argentina on England side, aren't they? So, Mbappe! You want to save by Bono there. It's a good shot by Mbappe. First attempt on target for France. Just gets it out of his feet and just goes for the shot. I mean, probably going wide anyway. Volley by Dembele! Save by Bono! And I think that was Upamecano. Huge chance. Absolutely massive chance. Incredible. Mike says, oh shit. That was a chance. Great ball by Dembele. Absolutely unbelievable. Floating ball in. Upamecano unmarked again. Upamecano has a habit of missing big headers. Look at against Real Madrid. He does get in the box really well and he gets free really well, but he just misses. Is it him? It is, yeah. Right, let's watch this again. Fall into the back post. He's kind of falling backwards and then, yeah, it's straight with the keeper. Should have scored. Should be 1-0 France. Mbappe. Goes past Hakimi, plays out play. Showing that chance again. He's getting slow. What, Mbappe's getting slow? Um, I don't think he's getting slow, Mike. I just think he's not as effective anymore with his dribbling pace, you know? I wonder if Mbappe can adapt without the pace. No, I don't think so. I think his game is very limited. And once his pace, if it does go, well, obviously he will slow down at some point, but hmm, even his slower pace, I still think is faster than top 10 fastest player in the world. I mean, he'll still be up there. But his game is so limited. Let's be honest. What's he going to be better at? Linking up? No. Is he going to be better at passing? No. Is he going to be better at target man? No. So what are we doing? Box present? No. There's nothing that I feel like he can adapt his game to be honest. All right, here comes El Kunus. Is he playing right wing or left wing? It looks like he's playing right wing, yeah. And is it Tably or Tadley on the left wing? Wow. I mean, Mazraoui as your centre back wouldn't give me confidence as a Moroccan fan, let's be honest. I think that is probably where they're going to inevitably get beaten tonight. Anyway, predictions. Mike, predictions, bro. What are we thinking? I can't see anything but a France win, to be honest. How they win, not too sure. It just depends. They have been quite impressive this tournament, though. Usually, I'm not impressed with the Shams team. Just like when they play Senegal, like that is what I, you know, accompany France with at the World Cup under the Shams. 2-0 France. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 2-1. 2-1 France. I think Morocco will score at some point. But saying that though, Saliba and Upamecano have been pretty perfect, so I don't know. And no Saibari as well is a big one. Let's look at Elise. He's so smooth, man. So smooth. Desiree, do it. Do it. On the inside. At least I won't be surprised if Brahim scores today, you know. Brahim is a different player for Morocco, man. Do you know what I always think, right? Do you know when like you've got like, you know, these ref cams, right? I always think when you're watching these players live, what does it look like? You know? Like what does it actually look like? That's what I would like to know. Ball into Hakimi, like you know, is it magical? Are they quicker than the first few steps? Are they quicker than other people or not? Or I would love to know. Absolutely, I would love to know. Bowling by Coney. I like Coney, you know. Mbappe, do it. Probably smooth with how they play. Yeah, exactly, Mike. I just think like they must be very like every touch must be like very easy and you know how they like progress the ball when they the way they move. I know it sounds a bit nerdy, but that's how I think of football. Sometimes I think it'd be so good to watch that live, like up front, so close, like the refs do. Because I'm just watching them now, like they look so they just glide, don't they? That's what I always think, to be honest. Right, Hakimi's probably going to be the main threat off that right side, getting him overlapping, but they've given it away here. And is that El Kunus? He just passes straight out of play. No, he kept it in, Cadley. And here comes Kunde. Here comes Elise. Elise. Kunde. Oh, giving the ball away here. Saliba. Here comes Brahim Diaz. What can they do here? Brahim. Brahim tries to, of course, over dribble again. Just pass the ball, brother. Probably now that CR7 is out, I got to migrate to the French national team from Bruno Fernandes. Bro, don't even mention them two players again. Like I said, they've got a tag on their back. I'm telling you now, there's not a player or players that's like more than that Portugal national team. Mbappe passes it back. Brahim, bro, Mike, Brahim's doing the same thing he does for Real Madrid, overplaying it, not passing it. Don't understand that guy, bro. Genuinely, I don't understand what he thinks when he's playing football. Well, he doesn't think, does he? Rabiot outside the box. I mean, he's got Morocco pinned down here. Digne into the box. Away by. Listen, Morocco's hanging on a bit here. A lot of space for, you know, a lot of space for France in terms of just, you know, hopping the ball around. The names that should not be uttered. The ones that should not be named, brother. Free kick. Especially Bruno Fernandes, bro. He vexed me differently. Bruno Fernandes vexed me differently. Let me tell you that, bro. Absolutely. The way he just didn't want Ronaldo to do anything this tournament. The way he just wanted all the, you know, the way he wanted all the spotlight for himself. And then you go look at them Argentinian cheats who cheats all the time, but at least they cheat together, right? So, right, ball in, well, set piece here by Elise to the back post. Misses a lot of players there. Elise. Do it to Mbappe. Mbappe loses it, and here comes Morocco. Going backwards. Go forwards, guys. I low key kind of don't know how Argentina can afford to cheat when the economy is dead and buried. Well, I'm not sure about politics, brother. I'm not sure about what the state of the economic welfare in Argentina is. However, what I can tell you is that big organizations figure things out. Big names like Lionel Messi, you know, one of the biggest names in football history. I'm sure someone could figure out a way to do something, you know? So, hey, you guys leaving? Take a living for a minute. I'll just mute it. John, can I have my Iron please? In a cup of like cup. In a cup. Yes, please. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to A9 Media. Like I said before, route to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, FIFA probably want to replicate the views and money from the 2022 World Cup final. Look, Mike, just objectively, right? We don't have any proof, right? Like I made the video yesterday, um, going through kind of the evidence that we have so far. When I say evidence, is what I've collected and kind of the opinions, right? So there's no denying that Argentina are being officiated differently, right? Absolutely. And it's within their right interest that Messi carries on, right? For example, myself, I'm a Real Madrid fan, Cristiano fan. However, I want Messi to still be in it purely because he's one of the goals of the game. I don't care about him being a bad as a player. If he's great, he's great. I don't care. I'm not that stupid, and I want him to carry on. However, imagine if I then had the power to then make decisions like FIFA do. So it's just the same thing. Infantino came out himself and said he suffered for Argentina, and he's a president of this whole organization. So imagine. So yeah, I just think it's a no-brainer, really. You know. Mhm. Ray fall into the back post, and he's a head up. Is that Upamecano again? Oh, it's Dembele, just wide. Yeah, no hate to Messi, but he's going to play more. He should be legit with that. Exactly, Mike. Like, if look, he's that great, right? He doesn't need help. Even at his age now, he doesn't need help. And by the way, when I say he doesn't need help at his age now, he's playing teams that average 38. So his run The run that Messi has had this World Cup in the group stage and now, average position, of the national team is 38. 38, which in layman terms means he's not played, of course, a top 10 team, has he? So he doesn't need help against them, does he? So why are they helping him against flipping Cape Verde, against these teams? Like, they don't need the help. Egypt, they doesn't need the help. Even last World Cup, was it Nigeria, was it? New Zealand or something? I can't remember who it was. It was shocking penalties I was given, right? Why? Even the France game, I didn't even mention that in the video, which I should have, but the France game in the final, the Dembele tackle on Di Maria, brother, he didn't even touch him. Besides how the games are playing, Argentina should have. I can't see the comment. Argentina's their path to the final also got. Of course it is, brother. I mean, like I said, the only team that they will. Well, they're going to play Switzerland next, which is. I mean, I still don't think it's a difficult game per se, but at least it's a decent European team. Um, and then of course it's England if England get through, and then it's France if France also get through as well. Well, listen, France has got a big challenge here. I mean, this won't be easy. France have got all the ball so far. We will look at the stats in a minute once the hydration break is here. But France is cooking in terms of possession, in terms of everything else. So, you know, there's still a game here. See what transpires here. 1 second. I think Deschamps did a fantastic thing. Deschamps kind of went in and decided to, change the Olise and Dembele positioning. Because remember in the first game, you see Olise play really wide. I just didn't think that worked, and especially Mbappe and Dembele. At that period of time, it just didn't work, which is a shame. But in football, it doesn't always work like that. I mean, Bono smacks it straight out of play. I'm going to be honest, Morocco have been absolutely shocking. Let's be honest. Some interesting stats, though, guys. Mbappe has 7 goals in 5 matches this tournament, one behind Messi, of course, as we know. France scored 3 or more goals in 4 of the 5 World Cup matches this summer. France have scored 14 goals in 5 World Cup matches, which is the joint most of the tournament. I wonder who the other team is. France have reached at least a quarterfinal at 4 consecutive World Cups under the champs. Say what you want about the champs, man, but he does get his team winning at the World Cup, let's be real. Morocco are the first African nation to reach back-to-back quarterfinals at back-to-back World Cups. Interesting. Um, Morocco beat Canada, of course. Onahi scored twice against Canada to find Morocco into the quarterfinals. Onahi, man, I love that player, bro. Absolutely baller for Girona. I don't understand why other teams have not picked him up yet. So absolutely quality player. Um, but of course, since they did get relegated, um, there was no way he was going to stay at Girona. So let's see what happens this summer transfer window, because incredible that he's still there. Right, come on, man. What can these lot do here? Here comes Hakimi. Tries to go past Digne. Bro, surely Digne against Hakimi is a non-brainer. Still don't know why there are 6 Argentinian refs in this game. Brother, we already know, though. Mike, we already know, brother. We already know. It's no surprise, is there? But to be fair, in the Argentinian games, apparently there was 3 French. No, the referee was French or something like that. Which he was obviously, but apparently some of the rest of them were also French. So, but yeah. Here goes Morocco. I want to see more from Morocco, man. This is shocking. The stats up in a minute, but damn, man, this is a hard watch so far. Obviously, both teams are trying to figure each other out. Brahim to Unahi. No, not Unahi, sorry. Boadi. Hakimi loses the ball. Here comes France. Here comes Elise. Elise, find Mbappe. Mbappe. Go on, Mazraoui. Go at him. Penalty. It's a penalty. Of course it is. It's a clear penalty. Mbappe. Mbappe. Devastating run. Absolutely devastating run there. Hakimi's asking for a foul. They will check it. But damn, Mbappe going at Mazraoui there. I mean, what is going on here? So, well, it's not a foul. Well, I'll tell you that for free. It is definitely not a foul. It's definitely not a foul on Hakimi. Desiree Doué pokes it past. Mbappe just baits him in nicely. What is Mazraoui doing? Mbappe isn't going anywhere there. I mean, yeah, he can maybe get a shot away, but realistically, the chances are the keeper saves that from that angle. So why would you want to dive in? Bro, these defenders are stupid, bro. Genuinely, Mbappe is the best baiter at penalties, like one of the best in the world. He's so good at it because he's so quick. So why the fuck would you fall for the bait? Anyway, penalty for France. Can Mbappe join Messi at the top of the World Cup top scorer list? Well, they're checking the penalty though. Surely not. Surely the Argentina refs are not going to be that obvious. Surely not. This is what I'm saying, Mike. Surely not. They can't be that obvious. You know what I mean? Surely they'll be a bit more discreet about it. I think is this a penalty? VR check penalty still. Still see the badge. Well, I think it's given. I think it's given. Yeah, I think it's given. Well, no, actually, wait. Yeah, it's over. Here it is. Kylian Mbappe. And you put France up in this game. He's still looking at the ref. Will this be back-to-back penalties for Mbappe? Here we go. They're still checking it. Fucking hell. What are they checking? Is Infantino slipped in a check or what? What's going on? Right, is it a penalty? Right, it's been given. Here we go. We check over penalty. This is taking the fucking piss. They're doing anything to stop him from scoring here. Yeah, Infantino got on FaceTime call quick, bro. He FaceTimed him quickly at the VR. Well, Mbappe. But he misses! Mbappe misses! Oh my goodness! Mbappe misses! Incredible! Incredible! I mean, it's a shocking penalty. He went the same way as he did with the last in Paraguay game. The Bono absolutely guesses right. Or was it the delay? Was it the weight that put Mbappe off? That's what I'm gonna think. That's what I'm thinking about this right now. Because wow, I did not expect that. Mbappe is a good penalty taker. He's not a great penalty taker. But wow, we have a shocker in our hands here, guys. That's what I'm saying. Is it one of them streams again? Is it one of them streams again? That is what I'm thinking. That was him. Yeah, exactly. That was super weak. Shocking penalty there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm telling you, bro. It's because of the delay. Put him off. I mean, it's a terrible penalty. Let's be honest. It really is terrible penalty. Let's be honest. There's no getting away from that. Hydration break, right? Listen, hydration break, my brothers. Let's have a look at the stats. Let's have a look at the stats, boys and girls. Right. So, what are the stats saying? Expected XG 1.43. I mean, that again, that 1.43 is it's going to be from the most of the penalty. Let's be look 0.79 there, right? Look at this. Look at this. What in the flipping hell is going on here? Zero shots. Zero shots on target. Zero shots in the opposition box. Zero big chances. Literally zero. With all the possession, though, it's quite equal here. I mean, it's not that, it's not one-sided, is it? But 7 shots for France, two on target, sorry, 11 shots in opposition box, 2 big chances missed, and of course, in open play, they haven't created fuck all because most of it from set play, and of course, the penalty was 0.64. So, well, not it was 0.64. So look, crazy. I mean, shocking, absolutely from Morocco. I mean, I expected a lot more. But guys, just a reminder of the bracket. So of course tomorrow we will be live for the Spain Belgium watch along tomorrow. And then of course we've got the Northern England game on Saturday, which of course we're gonna be live for too. However, this game, chat, I'm gonna be honest, this game right here, 2 a.m. 2 a.m. is gonna be a tough one. Because July the 12th will be Sunday, I believe. So Sunday morning, you know, it's going to be a tough one. I will try to make it, but we'll have to see in it. But yeah, so of course we do have the potential of England versus Argentina, which is most likely to be honest, and of course France here struggling a bit with that penalty. Probably gonna have a France Spain. So France Spain, Norway, in England and Argentina is of course the ideal setup that we want. So let's see how it goes in it. Benedict, what are we saying, my brother? Fuck the referees in Argentina, of course. Well, to be honest, bro, he gave the penalty. I know Infantino tried to, have a say, but look, it carried on. But anyway, back to the game. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I've got a feeling, I've got a feeling. See, Mike, you just read my mind, bro. Generally got a feeling it might be something crazy happening tonight, because they just missed the penalty, which Mbappe hardly missed the penalty, right? And then they got Argentine refs, okay? And I just think it could be one of them days. It could be one of them days. Benedict, how we doing, brother? You all good? Showing a chance there by Dembele. I missed that. Trying to go for that far corner as he did against Norway when he scored a hat trick. Three-way Afria, Messi, Infantino, and Trump. Here comes Dewey. Well, Hakimi bundles him over, but they're not giving him anything there. All right. Elise, Getting into the box. I mean, it's a great tackle. To be fair, it's not. There's nothing in that whatsoever, is there? Nothing in there. But guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the live. Make sure to share it as well, guys. Make sure to share it. Get everyone over here to A9 Media, and don't forget to subscribe. I need Morocco to lose, but after what they did to Senegal. Well, they didn't do it, did they? I mean, it was the FA, wasn't it? Well, the African Cup of Nations FA that decided that they didn't deserve to win it because of them walking off the pitch. But I mean, the penalty, as far as I remember, was it that bad that they wanted to walk off the pitch? But Brahim Diaz bottled it anyway. Doing a Panenka, what an idiot! Generally, how stupid can you be? Mike says you wanted to Aura farm. Mike is a stupid. I don't want to swear. You know how many games for Real Madrid that Brahim Diaz has made me want to smash my TV? Generally, bro. Wadi got just too much there to do it. Can't expect to pay here. Yes, we do it. What a save by Bono. What a save by Bono. I mean, he had Mbappe and he had. No, wait, who did he have next to him? Yeah, he had Mbappe and he had Dembele next to him. The young golden boy goes for it himself, which is brave from him. Straight at Bono, really. I mean, so Mike, is it one of them games again where the keeper's on drugs and you've got the referees being dodgy? I think I'm telling you, it might be one of them nights. Right, corner from France, Olise into the box, headed in by Koundé, and it goes out for a corner. Ah, sorry for goal kick. Kimi gets by two players there. Well, you know what? France have won some great fouls today. France have really battled well. Credit where credit's due. And you know what? I like this Kone. I really do. United have been quiet about him. I think he's a fantastic midfielder. I honestly do. I was so impressed with him when he was next to Tchouaméni, and I think Rabiot. I just don't understand how that guy's still in this team. And I always said Rabiot must have something on Deschamps, some files. He must have the Deschamps files. I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense. Look at that. Zero attempts on target. Zero attempts on goal. Never mind on target. So that's zero shots. They just tank it out of their own half. Honestly. Mike says W starts Morocco. Absolutely disgraceful if you ask me. So Kylian Mbappe has only missed two penalties in his France career, excluding shootouts. Of course, he did miss that one in the Switzerland Euro 2021 game. Only other miss was against Kazakhstan in 2021, which is nearly 5 years ago. Wow. What are we saying, chap? What's new, man? How's life? Anybody got anything interesting stories to tell me? Because right now, this game, isn't really giving us any drama apart from that penalty. We just France just attacking, and Morocco just defending, but not doing a great job at it. But then at that point they were. Brahim gets a foul, tries to pass to it again, they're asking for a yellow card. Oh, speaking of that, actually, I've got an interesting story to tell you. So when I was um when I was younger and I was playing football at a decent level, so we went to a tournament in Barcelona, I believe it was, as far as I remember. And the tournament was an international tournament, so of course we were facing Barcelona's juniors, we were facing Racing Santander. It was a lot of the Spanish teams, Deportivo La Coruña at that time, all their academy. So we was from Denmark basically, and our academy was like it wasn't nowhere close to these guys. Let's be honest. But we got invited because our manager was from Chile, and of course he could speak Spanish. So he had a lot of kind of Chile Spanish people down in Barcelona, whatever, blah blah blah. So anyway, we got invited, and I remember there was a guy from the Spain, not the Spain, like a Spanish guy, a coach from some other team. I can't remember which team it was, and he told us that in Spain they give yellow cards for if you like Brahim Diaz won the foul, and if you take a really quick free kick if they're trying to block the pass, they will get automatic yellow card. And it just reminded me then because Brahim Diaz got fouled, tried to take a quick free kick, and I think it was Coney who blocked it, and then you get a yellow card for that. A quick story. Found it quite interesting to be honest. But chat, what's new, man? Tell me something interesting, guys. Because this game isn't not interesting at all. But I'm more interested in you lot, to be honest. Tony gives it away. I remember me taking a quick free kick and he backfired instantly. Yes, it was against Barca, yeah. 2025. Moondrop says bonjour. Bonjour, madame. How are we doing, Moondrop? But yeah, it was Mike, and they nearly scored. Lamine nearly scored. And by the way, he did it again in the other game. I can't remember which game it was. Was it the Morocco game? I think. Yeah, the World Cup. He did the same thing. Well, that guy's football brain is it's not there, is it? Let's be real. What about the you're a boy? Bonjour. Um, how do you say boy in French? I mean, 41 minutes gone. France, apart from their penalty and Desiree Doui's shot, I mean, Upamecano chance as well. It's not really been the most convincing France performance, but this is kind of the theme of this World Cup. First half is always a bit like this, and the second half is when it becomes alive. Really, I'm a girl, just joking. Make your mind up, will ya? Come on, France. Mbappe looking for Dembele. But I would say, like, France as a unit have looked a lot better, though, this World Cup. I would say for sure. Not seen much of Elise in this game at all. Why should stay. Should stay like one more season. I don't want him to go Premier League. Um, he's too young to really go to a huge team. I mean, he's a quality player. I'm watching him now. Physically, maybe he's not there. And Coney, guys, I know I've said this quite a bit now, but Coney is so impressive. Like honestly, does so well on Boadi there. Keeps the ball, good feet, finds the pass. Um, but let's see. I mean, it does look like he's on the move. France should be 1-0 up by now, but Mbappe had to take the shittest pen out of his life. Well, maybe he's part of the FIFA Argentina payroll, maybe. Never know. Surely dictator. Surely dictator Mbappe has something else up his sleeve. Well, we're nearly at half time, my people. Nearly at half time. It's been a pretty shocking game, I would say, apart from that penalty and apart from, a few shots from France, but I do think second half is when the drama will come, as normal. Griezmann in the stands there. Thoughts on the game so far, my people? What are we saying? WL. 5 minutes added on. 5 minutes added on. What do you say? This game is so boring. I'm going to open up a second tab and watch it, family. Mac, you can't watch a series when World Cup's on, brother. It doesn't matter how boring the game is. But honestly, it is really boring. I think if France scores that penalty, Tony! Good block there by Mazraoui, I believe. Look, if France scores that, then it'll be a different game because then Morocco will have to come and try and score. Right now, Morocco are just defending for their lives, but since the first minute, they don't even had a shot on target, did it? Oh, Digne, however you say his name, off the crossbar. Fantastic shot there. Does Bono save it? He does. Well, oh, well, oh, well. Do we have another drug testing potential performance from a goalkeeper? I think. Oof, I don't know. What's that going in? I mean, it's pretty phenomenal to win there, to score from there. You know what I mean? Here come Desiree Dewey. Fantastic touch there. Goes past Hakimi, but Hakimi is solid. Goal kick. Up there against his teammate there, does really well there. Hakimi pulls him down though, to be fair. Wait, let's watch this again. I mean, he's falling down, but they're both pulling each other, to be fair. He's asking for a penalty. What's going on there? They're both pulling each other shots, to be honest, but Hakimi pulling the PSG team. Yeah, well, exactly. Good defending there. Mbappe to Dembele. Now, what can we see here? Dembele. Dembele goes on his right foot. Brilliant defending there. Brilliant defending by the Moroccan midfielder or defender there. Fantastic. Here comes Unahi. Right, can they get a goal just before half time? Against the odds? Nah, it's not a pen. It's not a pen. Not for me. I mean, Morocco's just not wanted to make any, take any risks. It's all been very, you know. Yeah, there was contact, but it was definitely soft, and they were both pulling each other. Oh, free kick to Morocco in a good area here. Listen, I think Morocco are going to score now. I think Morocco are going to score right now. I'm telling you. Is it handball? Yeah, it's a clear handball. I didn't see would have got a pen though. Yeah, it wouldn't even need a VAR, bro. They would have just given it straight there. Right. He's taking this Hakimi's on the ball. Hakimi's a player I would have loved at Real Madrid. Such a shame that he had to leave and make his career after Real Madrid. It's just, I don't rate that whatsoever. He's gone from, into Dortmund or wherever order it was to PSG. Look at him now, bro. A certified world class, probably the best right back in the world. Here he comes, Hakimi goes for the goal. Just wide. I mean, it's very ambitious, but hey. Right, that is officially half time, guys. So let's stop the clock. Let's stop the clock. I mean, an absolutely terrible penalty by Mbappe. It really is. Shocking. France nil, Morocco nil. Mbappe missing a huge penalty there. Fantastic penalty. Um, well, fantastic penalty save, should I say. Shocking penalty from him. Bono is pretty much dominating right now. Um, Dominating in terms of great saves from the keeper, doing extremely well. Um, but look, let's go through some news, guys. Let's go through some big news. Now, of course, for people who I don't know, been sleeping under a rock or something or whatever. Is that the same? Been sleeping under a rock or living under a rock, should I say? We have huge news on Aurelian Tchouameni, of course. Now, Aurelian Tchouameni has signed a new deal, guys. So Aurelian Tchouameni has got signed a new deal. Now, of course, there was a lot of interest um, from United, of course. Manchester United were not able to or wanted to pay for his pay for his wages. And look, Real Madrid have agreed a verbal agreement, should I say? Tchouameni has agreed a verbal agreement. Um, Look, I don't think this was ever a story. To be honest with you, I don't think this was ever a what's the word? A kind of this was never a reality, right? This was never. I never seen this to be possible anyway. Manchester United were never gonna get this guy. Okay, they were never gonna get him, and I don't know if it was pressure from the agent or not, but I do have it on good sources that Manchester United actually spoken to Tchouameni's agents. And they were trying to see what they could do. So contact was definitely made, guys. I can confirm that 100% from the source that I have. 100 trillion percent the contact was made for sure. However, we just don't know how far that contact was going. So, i.e., did we see, did we see, you know, the any sort of movement coming? We didn't. Okay, so I'm just saying it is a great deal for Tchouameni, in my opinion. I think this is a player who is look. He's not one of the best players in terms of the sixes. I don't think he's elite, but I think he's world class. And I think if you let Tchouameni go, and you leave guys like Fede Valverde still in the team or Jude Bellingham, you're not gonna have that guy in there. And Tchouaméni, to be fair to him, he's probably been the best player. Um, Probably the best player for Real Madrid this season gone. Horrible season, horror season from Real Madrid, but this guy has been there and he's done what he needed to do. Listen, any other news that we can go through right now? Maddie says ability, man. Well. Actually, we can. Actually, we can. Let's go on this one actually right now, since we're on here. Barcelona want Adeyemi. Look, I seen this last night and I put it on my post like, what was it last night or this morning or whatever. That wasn't on my Christmas wish list. I don't celebrate Christmas anyway, so I don't know why I'm saying that, but I'm just saying, yeah. And I just think Adeyemi coming in, he's a versatile player. He's someone who can play across different positions. They want 40 million for him. Apparently, Barcelona have already agreed 20. Well, they've bidded 20 million. He wants Barca. They've already signed Gordon. They're letting Rashford go. However, they still don't have a proper striker. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, to be honest. But look. Anyway, guys, as usual, when it comes to the halftime break, guys, we always look at the different questions we can go through. Yeah? So different questions that we can go through in terms of this World Cup. Now, last time, just to give you an idea of what the question was who has been the highest rated team, who's are the highest rated players in this World Cup. So, for this halftime break, guys, it's going to be a special one. It is going to be a special one. But, if anyone's got a specific question they want to ask, let's ask it. But, the question of today's stream is this. The question of today's stream is technical difficulties there, chat. My apologies. My apologies. Um, no offense to anyone, but I want Argentina out. The pen lasted 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Did it? Is that how long the decision took to be made? That is disgraceful. Stream is frozen. I know, Mike. I've got it back on now. Camera just didn't want to play ball, so let's just sort that out. Can you all see me now or not? You can? Can you hear me? All good? Oh, perfect, perfect. Right. Anyway, as I was saying, the question of today's stream, it is as follows. So, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat who you think has misplaced the most passes in this World Cup. So, which player has given the ball away? Has yeah, which player has been the one that's given away most possession or the misplaced passes? So, let me know in the comments which player has given away the most possession in this World Cup? Yes? It's a tricky question. It's a very, very tricky question. So have a proper think of it of what you think. Have a think, guys. I mean, I have my ideas, but it just depends on what you guys think. Mike says, I really want to say Guate, but he didn't play that long. Well, no, they didn't. They are in the group stage, so I highly doubt they'll be one of them. But listen, give me answers. What are your answers? Sort this camera out, man. That's better. There we go. Right, so Mike, is your answer, I believe, is Ugarte. Dembele. Benedict says Morocco need Al Kabi a proper striker. Well, yeah, obviously they're not. Um they're playing without a proper striker inside Bari, so you would think. Benedict, the question is, who has been the player that's given away the most possession at this World Cup? Give me a name. What do you think? Once Benedict gives us the answer, we will go and reveal the answer. So again, Benedict, who has been the player to have given away the most possession? Moondrop says Orlando. Who's Orlando? Orlando. Benedict says Pedri. All right then. So let's go through it together, guys. So right, let's go. Oh, 1 second. So we got Pedri and Ugarte. Damn. So Julio Enciso from Paraguay has given away the most possession. Vinny Jr. Well, to be honest, this is probably comes under. Well, look, even Lamine Yamal's there, Vinny Jr. and of course Messi. Probably you're looking at players who dribble a lot and try to take on players and blah blah blah. So players who take more risks is what I would probably put that down to. So in other words, the players that are dribbling more are giving away most possession. Basically, in other words, I think that's what I think that's what it is really. Um, Vinny Jr. is not surprising, says Mike. Absolutely. Vinny Jr. is. I mean, his brother must give every 5 6 minutes whenever he gets the ball. His game is so like risky all the time. Like if I was his teammate, I'd just be on edge because if he's not performing and not on his best, when he starts dribbling and he's shocking, you just know you're going to lose possession. So yeah, pretty crazy. Um, but yeah, that's I'm not surprised about that at all. To be honest, that's I'm not surprised. That's not something that I would be surprised about there. Um, what I also want to know is which player. Um, what else I want to know is which player. Um, what else I want to know is which player. Um, what else I want to know is which player. Um, what else I want to know is which player. Um, what else I want to know is which player. Um, what else I want to know is which player. Um, what else I want to know is which player. Um, what else I want to know is which player Which player has misplaced the most passes? Let's do that one instead, because that was originated of the question. So, listen, I'm just gonna say now, yeah. I think personally, this is gonna be one of the really, really lower. So, like Paraguay's, the Cape Verdes, these teams are shocking at keeping possession. So, I'm just gonna go with the really lower, like lower teams. Unsuccessful. There we go. Well, goalkeeper Paraguay. Um, to be honest, there's a lot of the goalkeepers. I mean, oh, let's see outfield keepers. Egypt, 49 missed passes, followed by Sweden, Mike, your boy, Gustav Lagabielke. He gave away 46 passes. Florian Wirtz, my goodness gracious me. What has happened to this guy? What has happened to this guy? Seriously. Florian Wirtz, the German wonder kid, gone to Liverpool, has just gone shocking. Right, that's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Florian Wirtz has misplaced the most passes at the World Cup. 45, well, 33rd, but out of the big clubs, I thought it was going to be all teams from, lower countries. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, some quick kind of halftime, um, halftime trivia. Mike says, how much did Liverpool pay for Vert? I do believe it was like £110 million, I believe. But so it was 100 million for the transfer fee, and then it was like 16 million for add-ons. So in total, we're looking at around, you know, 100 and something odd, basically. What were your thoughts on the Germany's performance? I wasn't surprised about Germany's performance, Moondrop. I did think it was going to happen. Um, so I'm not surprised. Um, I'm not surprised, to be honest, in you know that side of it. Why you doing when I'm on stream? I'm on stream, bro. Why you calling me on stream? What are you doing? Are you surprised? Take out the minerals. All right. Uh, see when I drop the thingy. What's happened? What? Huh? Go ahead. How do you remember all this info? What do you mean? What info specifically? Because I'm not liking the angle of this. What's going on here? Wait 1 second. Is that better? Is that better? Nope, it's not. That'll do. Right, half time is about. No, sorry, second half is about to start. France, I mean, pretty disappointing so far. We're not really seeing the quality that we would like from France. Um, but look, second half is up. We've got absolutely no subs at all. Um, unchanged teams, of course. Deschamps gonna trust his team. How do you remember all the transfer payments? Um, it's just football knowledge, isn't it, mean drop? You've watched football for a long time, and and you can also just research, can't you? I mean, it's not really hard to find out, is it? But well, here comes Morocco. They've been letting, well, they've been going in on. They've been letting France wait here. Mbappe's rubbing his hands. Well, you should have finished that penalty, shouldn't you, brother? Right, second half is underway. France hits it out of play. This pisses me off, this. So teams hit it out of play just so they can go and press. It's crazy, that. Innit, Mike? Starting with the PSG kickoff. I thought it was only PSG who did it. Now everyone's doing it, apparently. Flick. What platform is the game on? Well, in the UK, it's on ITV Sport. ITV. It was got on Fox of America and all that. Why press when you have the ball? I don't understand. I honestly want to speak to like a tactical, and you see like what is the benefits of doing that? I don't understand. Why press when you have the ball? Do you know for Japan? I don't mean drop. No. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can give it a quick Google. Um, quick shot. I mean, what games have you been watching it for before? Here comes Unahi. Great out of pressure there. Brilliant. Finds El Kunus. Here comes Unahi here for Morocco. Gives it to Brahim. Brahim, what can he do? Back post. Away by Kunde. Well, straight back to. Is it Tadley? Wait, I can't pronounce this guy's name. Unahi. Oh. Brahim. Nice play from Morocco. Finally trying to play the game well. Yeah, it was about time, wasn't it? Let's be honest. We didn't see that in the first half. They were just defending. But I do think, though, the plan was to. The plan was probably to, sit back, try to, um, try to, withstand France's attacks. Of course, the penalty would have stopped the play, stopped the whole plan, and then second half tried to go for it. So listen, this second half's going to be better, man. Don't worry. This second half is definitely going to be better. Long ball to Mbappe, and Hakimi fouls him. And was that Dewey? Oh, it's still Desiree Dewey. Hakimi's giving Desiree Dewey a tough game here. Great ball by Coney. I'm so impressed by this Coney. He's fantastic. Top player. Is he better than Tchouaméni or what? Because Tchouaméni and Rabiot midfield. Fries, bro. Call it. GG's. Absolutely no quality within that on the ball anyway. Morocco gives it away. Rabiot to Olise. Olise, tries to find Mbappe nearly. Here comes Morocco. Oh, we have a game on our hands now, guys. All that wide here to Tadley. Goes up there. Better. A lot better, this. Tony's injured here. Better they come away. Bro, the performance he's doing right now is definitely better than. Oh, we jinxed it. Is he injured? I think we jinxed it, chat. I think we jinxed it. No, he's alright. He's okay. Yeah, I'm so impressed with Coney. I mean, what? How much is he? I know. Roma has been talking to Manchester United. So based on he's won the ball again. Well, they're giving a foul away there. No, no, it's carrying on. Sorry. Here comes Morocco. Manu Kone is 25. Okay, 25 playing for AS Roma, of course. Um, I want to see his market value. What could his market value be? I think 40 million, maybe 50 million. Can't be more than that, surely. 50 million. Yeah, there we go. So started off at Toulouse, gone to Mönchengladbach, and now at AS Roma. Has been as a 24. So his value's kind of, since 2025, he's kind of gone up and he stayed there. I mean, for 50 million, from the performance I'm watching him now, this guy is a certified bowler, bro. He's a certified bowler. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. I think he's a top player. And, you know, I mean, Real Madrid don't need another defensive midfielder. Real Madrid need a midfielder who can pass the ball. But looking at him now, okay, he's not a progressive player, but he's not bad though, is he? Anyway, back to the game, right? Any drama? Come on, guys. Any goals or what? We're not going to see any goals in the chat. To be honest, the last two France, well, the last watch along and this one have been absolutely shocking. So, you know, here come Desiree Doué, Mbappe back to Kone. France have not really created much, you know. Penalty was a penalty. The Doué's chance was a Doué chance was more of a pressure high and a mistake by Monaco. No goals yet, but the game's heating up right now. Yeah, I mean, there's more oomph to the game, isn't it? There's more. The players look more on it, I would say. But it's still in the balance, though. Why are France wearing the white kit? I mean, doesn't make sense. Waradi, he's a good player. Monaco playing better now as well. Seen a bit more quality from them. Still not, you know, the greatest sort of game from them, but Oh, here comes Mbappe. Mbappe! Desiree goes for the shot. Sorry, that was not too bad. That was not too bad indeed. I mean, Bono, I thought he dropped it there. Holy shit, says Mike. I know. Straight at the keeper. It's been poor, Mike, bro. I'm going to be honest, Mike. I mean, you're the real one, brother. You've been here since all the match watch-alongs. Apart from... Which game? Was it the... No, Portugal game you was here. Argentina you was here, right? Um, not the Egypt game, but the Cape Verde game you was here too. Which game? Brazil, Norway. That's the one, Mike. That's the one. And that was the same as this. It was like this. Brazil trying to create, Norway defending. Here comes Elisa though. Elisa to Mbappe! He's missed. Oh my goodness me. Hello everyone, says Clippy. Clippy, you have just joined when Kylian Mbappe, well, he's offside anyway. He's offside anyway, but he has just missed an absolute sitter. Mbappe has just missed an absolute sitter. But Clippy, welcome, my brother. How are you doing, my friend? Everything good? Everything well? Mike says get him off the field right now. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? I mean, because he's still going to win you the game. Look at this now. There's your dude to Mbappe. Mbappe cuts inside. Tries to go on the outside again. I saw the game so far. Just remember to check for your stream. Absolutely. You're welcome anytime, Clippy, my friend. Hakimi pushing Mbappe there. I mean, can you see Mbappe actually, you know, get past Hakimi? I just don't see it. Hakimi is a solid defender. What's your thoughts on the games, Clippy? What are your thoughts on the game? Because we find it a bit boring here, I'm going to be honest. Saliba to do it. Do it to Mbappe. Oh, brilliant feed there. Fantastic. And it crosses it straight for a goal kick. Kylian Mbappe, brother. Not been fantastic from you today. Missed a penalty. You know, good feet there, though. Fantastic. I mean, that ball, though. Absolutely poor. Really, really poor. Morocco fans are ecstatic with his result so far. This is probably the plan of what they wanted to do. But France will be disappointed, of course, missing that penalty. Not really creating much since then. But yeah. Guys, thoughts on the game so far? What are your thoughts? Are we still awake, guys, or are you sleeping? What's going on? Because this game is making me sleepy. And it's not really that late. It's only 10:30 in 10:30 in the UK. Clippy says Morocco's defense will expire at some point. I'm kind of disappointed in Morocco because I thought they could come to play ball, but France simply has all the control of the ball. Yeah, exactly, Clippy. I mentioned before, I think the plan was definitely to sit and, not control the game, but control the defensive side of it. The Mbappe penalty was perfect for them because if Mbappe misses, of course, they can carry on doing as they would. And we haven't seen the great technical passing game from them today, which is so disappointing. The XG just came up on the screen. France have got 2.06 or something, and Morocco just have 0.6, which shows you exactly what Clippy is saying as well, that they've not really come to play ball, which is really disappointing. But look, the game is still going, and like we've been saying, in the last few games, we have seen the defenses capitulate after a while. Where comes Mbappe? Kylian Mbappe! Kylian Mbappe. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Morocco's asking for something. Kylian Mbappe with the absolutely golazo outside the box, as he always does. Is a Kylian Mbappe special. But what are they asking for here? Hakimi's asking for something. What a shot by Mbappe, unsavable. Yeah, it really was clippy. I mean, he's so good in them areas. He just that's why he does. That's why he asks for a cutback because he can do that. Let's watch this again. What are they asking for here? I mean, I can't see that being. I mean, look at that from Mbappe though. Does a little feint. Oh, he's fucking phenomenal. That is absolutely phenomenal. Mbappe. It's absolutely phenomenal. That I mean, look at the detail in where he managed to get that ball. Um, for fuck's sake, as soon as a doom scroll he scores. Well, Mike, doom scroll will forever be a bad thing, my brother. So that's a sign for you, bro. Um, JP says, "What do you feel about Mbappe scoring all these bangers for France compared to his Real Madrid performances?" I mean, I'm not surprised though. Yeah, I'm not surprised because Mbappe and Vinny just don't work, and put Jude Bellingham in there as well. It just doesn't work. I've been saying it all year. You've seen my videos, Clippy. I've said it. It doesn't work. And now he's at a team where he's got Elise behind him. He's got Dembele behind him. Players who have high IQ, who know what to do in them situations. And look, there we go. Mandy says Kiki Ballon d'Or. I mean, what are the top scorers now? I mean, let's check. I mean, Messi was at 8, of course, after his goal against Algeria, goal against Egypt. So let's see right now. Well, no, it was on 7. Sorry. So we've got. Wait, what? No, wait. They've only got 7, have they? Haaland has 7, and so does Messi and Mbappe. No, I'm surely not. Wait, let me just get the updated one. Um, right. So Messi got 8 goals. Um, so Messi got 8 goals, didn't he? Right. So it's Messi and Mbappe both on 8. Haaland 7. Harry Kane 6. Dembele 4. But we don't care about all these guys. But so yeah, Messi, of course, Mbappe are head to head there. Absolutely unbelievable. Ballon d'Or, Kiki says Maddie. Okay, guys, I'm gonna give, I'm gonna give that statement from Maddie to the chat. Chat. If Kylian Mbappe wins the World Cup with France, which is highly likely, by the way, I mean it could happen. Well, he's just been fouled there. Looks injured to me, or is he diving? Can he win the Ballon d'Or? Does he have a shout for the Ballon d'Or? Let me know in the chat. Does he have a shout for the Ballon d'Or? And I'll give you my thoughts in a second. Mike says every goal the Mbappe scores just makes Dembele win the Ballon d'Or. Interesting. If France win the World Cup, Dembele gets as simple as that. Well, Mike and Clippy thinks exactly the same at the right exact time. And this is why you guys are part of the community because you two know ball. Exactly that. Fact of the matter is that when a player has won the Champions League, he is going to be you know, he's going to be the favorite to win it. Now, to be fair though, guys, Dembele hasn't had a great individual season just like he did the season before, in my opinion. I don't think individually he's been as good as the season before. So if Mbappe wins by doing what he's doing now, he's carrying this France team in this, knockout stage. Scored against Paraguay, scored against Morocco now. Um, Maddie says agendas will say no, Dembele wasn't even a star man. But I think Kvaratskhelia was probably the best player for them. But you can't just ignore the whole club season, how terrible Mbappe was. But also, Lionel Messi won the World Cup after having a 6-week period of winning that 22 World Cup, where for PSG he was absolutely shocking. So it goes both ways, doesn't it, guys? If Messi could win it for 22 World Cup after having a terrible, well, not terrible, but shocking PSG career in general, look at that goal though again. Mbappe, difference maker again. Clippy says they will not risk the backlash they will get to not give the Ballon d'Or to the player that was part of the team that won it all. But I hear you, Clippy, but when it comes to Belly, and it's over. It is absolutely over. It's finished. Well, there we go, Maddie. Where's Maddie at? Maddie, come back right now. Come back right now. Because you just jinxed it. You just jinxed it, Maddie. You're talking about agendas. You were saying Dembele wasn't a star man. Well, here we go now. Dembele's on 5 World Cup goals now. And he's already won the Champions League. So this changes it all. This changes it all. And maybe Clippy and Mike were right and Maddie was wrong. Because that is it. It's Mbappe and Dembele's show. I mean, they're the only 2 goal scorers apart from Desiree Doué, right? But let's look at this goal again. Mbappe lays it off. So another assist for Mbappe. Mbappe does a great run. Bono should be saving that. Well, Mbappe actually takes away the defenders there. And Dembele tries to curve it around Mazraoui. But Bono should really be saving that. I mean, does he see it last minute? Maybe. But look, France 2, Morocco 0. France officially in the semi-finals of the World Cup where they will face either Spain or Belgium, which of course we will be live for tomorrow, guys. Don't forget to be there. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, look, this was Mike's prediction. Mike's prediction was a 2-0, so at least we got Mike's prediction right there. Mikey says still not the star man. I mean, if he carries on scoring, Maddy, I mean, you can't. This is Kiki's team. It doesn't matter whose team it is. It doesn't matter whose team it is. It's only Kiki's team because he's scoring goals, isn't he? And he's the captain. But then Belly's had, more than a big, contribution to this World Cup campaign. So Argentina, Switzerland, of course, coming up as well. 1:15 a.m. Chat. I don't know about that one. I mean, look, I'm all for watching it. I'm all for watching this World Cup, of course, as you guys know. But 1:15 on a Sunday night, it is tough. Sleepy says, in all fairness, I don't think Dembele deserves it. I can't look at him and say he's the best player in the world, but if he wins it, I'll understand. He has the trophies. But this is what I'm saying, though, Clippy. I don't think in terms of the best players of this, like the best player in the world this season, I don't think Dembele was that guy, right? But look at that goal from Mbappe again. And this is what I'm going to say, right? Now, people that watch my videos, they know my thoughts on Mbappe, right? But I just think Mbappe's quality, right? This is why I've said before, he's an incredible athlete, like incredible athlete, and he's a great goal scorer. But he's nothing other than that, though. So he will always get moments like this. What he just did then, he will always get moments like that. But can you guys recall, or are you guys going to remember this Mbappe performance? You're not, are you? He's not a Lamine Yamal, is he? He's not a Lionel Messi, is he? In his prime. You won't remember this performance from Mbappe, okay? You won't remember this performance from Mbappe. You won't. So I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying that it's all well and good talking about Mbappe and on all this, but he's not. He doesn't provide the team with anything else, and that's the criticism at Real Madrid. Clippy, when you asked me before, he doesn't do anything other than for Mbappe. So you got Maddie here as a clear Mbappe fans, as we can see, saying that you should make the right balance for Mbappe. He had that balance while Alonso was there. And the big games, it didn't work because he doesn't do anything else but for himself. And in club football, it's different. By the way, let's not get carried away. The same way as I not criticize Messi, but the same way as I didn't get carried away with Messi's campaign, because Messi has faced teams that average 38 in the rankings. So the only way we can talk about it is and say, you know what, Messi's 39, so we give him appreciation. But Mbappe is in the prime of his life. Tell me one great team he's played. So far, he hasn't. A lot has been made about Argentina's path. In France has been better, but it hasn't been great either. Who have they faced? Sweden. They faced Senegal, which is a good team, and they just about won. They then went and played. Who else did they play after that? Norway, second team. Okay, their B team, which again he didn't score that game. We had a Dembele hat trick, and then they faced round of 16. They play round of 32 was. Guys, my memory's gone. Who did they play round of 32? I'm so confused. France played. Oh, they played Sweden. So who else did they play in the group? Anyway, it doesn't matter. They played Sweden in the round of 32. They then go play Paraguay in the round of 16, right? Absolutely terrorist footballers, them not, right? And he scored in them games. So let's not get too carried away about this, find this balance and listen, let's just calm down. Mike says, only bad performances I remember are 2018 World Cup final, 22 final, and hat trick with Shabby. Where's hat trick? Last season. But he scored hat tricks, but was it on the Shabby? I thought it was on the Arbeloa. But this is what I'm saying though. My club level, Mbappe's oh yeah, UCL, yeah, okay. The Olympiacos game, wasn't it? See, he scored 4, didn't he? Anyway, forget all of that. Moondrop says who scored? Who do you think? Have a guess, Moondrop. There's 2 players. I'm sure you're gonna guess it. Only Mbappe, yeah. So as I was saying, Mike, the performances, right, from Mbappe in club level have been shit. Let's be honest. He bottled the PSG Champions League final, okay, with PSG, right? He's not had any memorable performances for PSG, apart from against Real Madrid in 22, right? So, I mean, what are we basing his whole career on? Internationally, yes. 2018 World Cup, phenomenal. What was he, 18-year-old? I mean, Yamin is 19 now, but I've not seen a performance from an 18-year-old like that in my life at the World Cup, right? And then the 22 World Cup final, but apart from that, he scored goals, but his overall performance isn't great. So, Mbappe's club level isn't, the CV isn't great. PP says, I remember the hat-trick in the Mbappe hat-trick from the last Club Clasico of the 24-25 season. Moondrop says Mbappe and Dembele. Yes, spot on. Well, this is the thing, Clippy, though. He scored a hat-trick. Real Madrid still lost the game. I'm not blaming Mbappe for losing that game. But I'm telling you now, that Mbappe stands, the Mbappe FC, are happy with that. They are happy with just winning, getting the hat-trick and the team losing. Because that is what Real Madrid have been infiltrated with now. Or what we're seeing now is we're seeing, fans come over from PSG and so forth and go against Vinny fans and so forth. And a lot of these fans are just happy that they get their boy get goals. But I don't give a shit. I want my team to win. I'm not Player FC. I never will be. The day I'm Player FC is when I delete the channel. So yeah. But look, the game's over here, guys. So let's just relax here. I mean, pretty Infantino's fuming. Infantino is pissed, bro. Look at him. He is pissed. He's thinking, fucking hell, what am I gonna do now? What am I going to do? How can I get around this one now? He is absolutely fuming. That's why he's wearing the cap, because he's bald and he's all red. You know, bald people get red, don't they, quite quick. He's beaming under there, guys. He's absolutely fuming. Clippy says, I love to see player stands going one of each other because they're in a competition of who can ignore the other one at the most. Do you know what is, Clippy? It's a bit childish as well, don't you think? Like, if you're being a player stan, like, I would probably put that down to my young cousins or my young nephews. Do you know what I mean? Like, being a player stan, this seems very childish to me. You know? Like, even Clippy, when I criticize Argentina's favoritism, as you know, I've done, Clippy, right? It isn't personal. It's not Messi's fault. I mean, you know, but that doesn't mean that I then. So if I'm criticizing Messi's run to the final and I'm criticizing the decision that FIFA given him, does that mean I don't think he's the greatest though? Both these people just don't understand logic, in my opinion. It's very childish and immature. It's all a rage with competition. Well, there we go, Clippy, man. You know what it is? Look, Clippy, I don't know what your age is. I'm not going to ask you your age, of course. If you're happy to let us know, then let us know. But you know, there is, especially with these player fans like Mbappe, Lamine Yamal, especially as young as he is, you will get that. You will get these fans that are very young and all they want to do is raise bit people. Mbappe is injured. Mbappe is injured. Oh my God. Infantino made the call. Infantino made the call. Infantino made the call to get it done. While he's walking off, is it the knee again? Is it the knee that Lamine has been? Sorry, Lamine. Is it the knee that Mbappe has been struggling with or not? Or is it just precaution? I mean, he's walking off like the dictator that he is. What happened here then? Let's watch it. No, they're not going to show it. What's going on here? Right, on comes Mateta and Barcola. I'm not sure who the other player is. So Dewey and Mbappe is going off, and Mateta and Barcola. Look at that bench, bro. Moondrop says Lamine Yamal is on the rise. Well, he really is, isn't he, Moondrop? I mean, he's a phenomenal player. As hard as it is to say as a Real Madrid fan, of course. Um, you know, I love watching him. Generally, I do love watching him. People says I can't say I'm not part of the Messi fan club, but I can feel shame. Um, just I will not talk trash just for the sake of it. Yeah, look. At the end of the day, Clippy, right? Just bring me some constructive points, right? Like that's all I ask for. And I feel like with Messi fans, we have that issue. We have that issue with Ronaldo fans and Messi fans. I do think it's because of the age as well. Is why we're seeing it. Moondrop, I don't know what I'm talking about. No, you don't, says Moondrop. Mandy says Kiki. Well, here comes. Is that Zaya Emery? Where's he come from? When did he come on? I'm so confused. When did Zaya Emery come on? I thought it was Mateta and Barcola. Well, Corny went off. Sorry, yeah, Corny did go off, didn't he? Moondrop says Messi fans, no comment. Well, Moondrop, Clippy is a Messi fan, but we like him. Clippy is one of the good ones, man. Maddie says, I miss Paul Pogba in this midfield. Paul Pogba, what a player at his best, but what a shocking player at his terrible, should we say, at his worst. Very up and down player. Should have signed for Real Madrid. That 2018 midfield was amazing. Well, it was, oh my God, my Kante, Paul Pogba, and Matuidi. Wow. Absolute perfect balance. That France team shits. Does it shit on this team, actually? I'm getting carried away here. Okay, here comes Barcola. I mean, this game's finished, isn't it, guys? This game is done. Let's be real. Olisa to Barcola. Barcola. This Barcola dude, yeah, right? he just gets in good positions and he never does anything good. He's good against Sweden, yeah. Apart from that, this brother just efficiency just not there. Um, what a player, Pogba says Moondrop. My favourite midfielder says Maddie. Very risky. No one beats my goat, Cruz. Oh, we do miss Cruz, don't we, Moondrop? What a player. What a player he still is, just purely for the sense of him not being able to be replaced. Kleber says it's everyone really. There are people who only want to create posts to enrage people in order to get hundreds of comments and likes. Um, oh, it's a point for Mateta nearly scores. Oh, what a chance. I hope Mateta scores. I love his story. And yeah, exactly. They'll push their can forward. Um, no, exactly. Clippy. It's all about getting clicks and all that. And look, fair play to people who do that. Fair play to people who, want to make content like that. And I think we all can look, I can fall into that bracket sometimes. But at the same time, what we're creating here at A&I Media is just honest, truthful analysis and opinions. And people like it, people don't, then they can jog on. Um, Muddy says Clippy's an honest fan, Moondrop is a casual. Oh, Moondrop's catching strays there. I wouldn't agree, Maddie. Mike says the thing with Cruz is that he was the brain of the team. Without him, we are playing like idiots. But it's crazy, Mike, isn't it? How these lot are professional footballers and they need just one, well, Unk in that case, an older player to be the player to mastermind them. It's a bit. I would feel embarrassed personally as a grown man. Mbappe is a grown man. He's 27, 28 or wherever he is. And we've got, Vinny who's 25. And they need to get babysitted by a quote midfielder. It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Moondrop says Cruz was something else, Mike, literally. Yeah, he was. I mean, Cruz was absolutely phenomenal player. Look at that from Mbappe again. Sorry, Maddie, hear you. We barely see you on the stream. I'm sure we all agree with that. Um, nah, Moondrop, Maddie is a continuous, consistent watcher of the stream. We appreciate everybody that comes on the stream. We appreciate people who come and just go, like, you know what I mean? This is the fifth watch along of the channel in history. So, you know, Hakimi, right. You know what? I want Morocco to score. My prediction was 2-1, by the way. My prediction is 2-1. So I do hope Morocco get a goal. But then they've only got themselves to blame because they have just defended our game. However, what are you going to do against France? Um, Mike says, like Wenger was so good in Cruz last season and then suddenly he plays like an idiot. Well, look, Fede was great. Tchouameni was even great. I really liked the Tchouameni and the Cruz pivot. I thought they were fantastic. Fede was fantastic in that season as well, playing that right centre mid kind of right wing role as well. I thought he was phenomenal as well. Everyone was great. And this is what you get, isn't it, from GOAT players. But, well, now he goes for the shot. Good save by Mannion there. So it's one of them, isn't it? I just think Real Madrid have a lot of low IQ players. A lot of them. A lot of low IQ players. Where when you watch Barca, I've said this clearly before, even guys like Gerard Martin, even guys like Corbasi, which is a young player, right? Even guys like Eric Garcia, he was never rated at Manchester City. He's come to Barca and he's become a great player because he has the IQ. And IQ in football is so, it's so like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's so sought for and it's not there anymore. It's so rare. Yeah, that's the word. And and Lamine Yamal, of course, go watch Barcelona on the transition and go watch Real Madrid. Clippy says Cruz was calm. He was never nervous. He was sure himself. He had secure abilities. That's another reason for. He was so good. Well, Morocco nearly scored there from the corner kick. Let's just watch this again. Oh, I thought that was in. Um, he was influenced it all the time. Well, to be honest, if you're asking a few Real Madrid fans, they actually wanted Cruz to be gone after a few seasons. So there you go, Clippy. People just don't no talent when they see it. Cruz knew what he was doing with confidence. He was a team player. That's what Real Madrid need now. Thoughts A9. Well, absolutely moon drop. I mean, the problem is what Real Madrid tried to do was get Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and Jude Bellingham to be the next three: Casemiro, Cruz, and Modric. However, what we've kind of agreed on within this community and within other fans and whatever is that Real Madrid are clueless. I'm not trying to be big-headed here, guys, but I could do a better job than them scouts because who gave him the title of scouts? How are you replacing three runners with Cruz and Modric? Like, okay, Casemiro, Tchouaméni, fair enough, right? That's close as possible. Cruz and Modric, you're replacing them with Fede Valverde and Camavinga or Camavinga, Jude Bellingham. You can't buy a player like Cruz now. The reason why Madrid would benefit from a player like Kimmich. Well, Moondrop is a Japanese German fan. She has a big love for Kimmich, but I hear what you're saying. Or at least it goes for the curl. I hear what you're saying, Clippy, but Kimmich at this age now really is someone who's passes sell by date. So, um, also the loss of Modric made the rest of the team play worse. The loss of Modric was felt heavily. Well, Modric didn't even play his last season, did he? So, yeah, I mean, he played in some games, but I mean, it still didn't work, did it? I won't deny France's quality, but Morocco disappointed me. Yep, there were always players like Cruz. There were there were always players like Cruz, in my opinion. What do you mean? We had Shabby. Yeah, I mean, just purely on passing ability and progressing the ball, I don't think there was anyone of that quality apart from Cruz. Modric was a different type of player. Modric was more of a Zidane, a 10 who gets in the box to box, creative with his last passing. Um I expected quality from Morocco. Yeah, read that one. We had Shabby. Oh, Moondrop says don't get in and started. Well, obviously, Moondrop, my whole emotional take on Shabby is his managerial, obviously, time at Madrid. I thought as a player, he had 2, 3 good seasons, but I call it with a shot there. 2, 3 good seasons. Then he went to Bayern Munich, didn't he? So after the La Decima, so I felt like we've seen some good stints, and then of course that season when he was injured all season, Real Madrid suffered massively. Yeah, Shabby was before Cruz, says Clippy, and Mike says, yeah, that's what I mean. The archetype of Cruz is always there, but not anymore though, Mike. I disagree because yes, there have been players. Look, Xavi was that guy, wasn't he? Xavi, Cruz, Pirlo, Xabi Alonso, Sergio Busquets, even in terms of as a holding midfielder, he had that role too. But now, guys, I mean, guys like that are pretty much going out of football. Yeah, Rodri was the closest, absolutely, and I'm really surprised Real Madrid didn't go for him because seeing how he bossed that Portugal Croatia game, he still got it. So, and there's another thing that's pissing me off since you guys have brought this up now. Fabrizio Romano came out today and said that Real Madrid have looked at midfield, or he looked at the midfield and decided that that's it. The options are too expensive and they're happy with Bernardo Silva. So we're going to go into another season with just this midfield and Bernardo Silva. Um, Now there is no one like Cruz. I feel like, yeah, okay, I read that one. Well, everyone's thoughts on Mourinho's return to Real Madrid. Mike says, love that guy. Yeah, exactly, Mike. I mean, I just have so much love for Mourinho. He's always been my favourite ever manager. Even when I was younger and I started watching football, the Jose Mourinho's Chelsea side was one of my favourite teams purely because, well, I didn't understand most of it, but just I loved his character. And I just loved his villain type arc and, just his attitude and his ego. I loved it. And I probably took it into my personal life too. At times, just, that don't give a fuck attitude and he's going to be the best and that's it. And I'm so happy with what he's going to provide. However, he's not that guy anymore. So we have to be realistic as well. He's coming in to ruffle a few feathers. He's coming in to decide what players are needed. Listen, there's not another manager or a person who's better at squad building the way he built his Real Madrid squad. He made that Real Madrid squad into that winning machine and that winning mentality, which is exactly what this team needs right now. So I just hope Mourinho still has a few magic up his sleeve, and he still has that aura and that respect. Because if he doesn't, then this team will just spit him out again. Why do you think he's not that guy anymore? Well, purely because you know, he's at an age now where time doesn't stop for anyone, does it? 6 minute added on, guys. So, like I said, this game is pretty much done. I would say I can't see anyone coming back in this game. But as I was saying, Moondrop, look, he might be that guy he might have been that guy 10 years ago, but we are 13 years later. Age don't stop for no one, as I said. So let's see if he still has that. Tactically, I don't think he'll be there personally. But can he motivate these players to become better players? Maybe. Um, I mean, he did take Roma to Europe. No, he won the conference. He won the conference with Roma for sure. He won that, and that's a great achievement. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was their first European, trophy for years. So I'm not denying that he's had good stints. I think even at Spurs, he got them to the final, but then obviously they sacked him just before the final. So you know, I just think the jobs he's had after Manchester United have been pretty shocking. The game was done the moment Morocco decided to sit back. But then again, Clippy, what do we expect teams to do against France? They kind of have to sit back because if you go toe to toe with them, they will slice you open, and we've seen that on the goal, on the Dembele goal. We've seen it on the transition. You make a mistake and they just punish you. He has the most ball knowledge. I'm excited for him to prove you wrong. Well, look, I'm happy to be proven wrong because if he proves me wrong, then my team wins. So I don't care about being wrong in this case. Tired? No, I'm not tired. I'm still going strong here. So yeah, this game is pretty much done. The thoughts on the games, guys? Give me your assessment on this game so far. Obviously, we're nearly done here. The game is done. What are your thoughts on this game? Who are your man of the matches? What would you rate the game as a whole as well? Let me know. Here comes Rabiot. Looks for Mateta. Good defending there. Thomas Rawi. Morocco don't know how to play on a counter because they are used to the ball. A team that usually plays. Why is the score gone down, chat? I used to have the ball. A team that usually plays like this has more chances to do something. Yeah, well, I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised they, you know, went for this type of. At least I expected a bit more. I have to give it to Mbappe. So we got one man match with Mbappe. Mike says as well. I'm going. Oh, Mike says we'll give it man of the match to Bono. The score should be way higher. Well, yeah, that's a good point. Bono has probably been a great. Well, to be honest, when your team's sitting back, you need your keeper to be fantastic, don't you? And obviously, saving that penalty from Mbappe, you could put him up there. I will tell you my man of the match after the full time whistle, guys. And what we'll do as well, Mateta is the box. Oh, what a save by Bono again. Just as Mike says he's man of the match, he pulls out another decent save. Mateta was a bit fluffed the shot a bit. Here comes Morocco. I actually want them to get a goal here. They're going out a bit sad here. But I mean, one thing we can absolutely confirm here is it's a pretty lame and a pretty weak way for Morocco to go out. A bit similar to Brazil against Norway, where you expected him to show a bit more fight and a bit more quality. Um, TP says Rabiot is certainly the best midfielder from France. I disagree, Clippy. I can't stand Rabiot. I really can't. In the big games, I think he's absolutely useless. Sorry to say. And obviously, I'm not a great manager, so I'm not a manager myself. He was another player with a very no. He's had a good performance. I thought Corney's been better though. I thought Corney's been a lot better. Showing the goals again. Fantastic from Mbappe and brilliant from Mbappe. Sorry, from Dembele. Boney maybe should have saved it if there's any criticism of his performance today. We are 1 minute away here. Come on, can Morocco get a goal here? Right, we've got 10 seconds to go here. And I do feel pretty, what's the word, guys? I feel pretty disappointed because I expected more from Norway. Morocco, sorry. I expected a lot more quality. I expected a much better football game. And that is it. Kylian Mbappe and Dembele win it for France. They win it for France. Kylian Mbappe getting his 8th World Cup goal. I believe it's his 20 World Cup game. World Cup goal, by the way. I mean, don't call me on that. That has to be his 20 World Cup game. World Cup goal. Sorry. Um, GG Morocco. Infantino tries as Mike. Yeah, well, he tried with a penalty, didn't he? And he tried with a few other things, maybe. I mean, he was absolutely fuming. But look, France 2, Morocco nil. I mean, a pretty standard performance from France. They got the job done as they did against Paraguay. This was a bit of a better performance. Of course, Morocco in the second half tried to play a little bit, but kind of seen why they didn't, why they shouldn't have done it. Basically, Pippi, of course, was upset with the performance from Morocco in terms of sitting back. But again, what a team's going to do against this France team? I mean, Argentina would probably do the same. You know, if they'll probably sit deep as well. So look, Mbappe continues his fantastic World Cup with a fantastic goal, a missed penalty as well. Um, and there's literally no talk about this game. There is a Clippy, absolutely. There's no standout moment. There's no standout quality. I think Mbappe, you can talk about his goal, fabulous. I mean, that's probably the standout goal from this game, a standout moment. And it's an easy win, absolutely. France win. France go through to face either Spain or Belgium. So let's just quickly, before we leave, guys, go through the whole bracket. So, as we know, as we know, France are officially through to the semi-finals. So, of course, Spain and Belgium tomorrow. Lamine Yamal returns tomorrow. So, guys, don't forget, I will be live for that game at 8 p.m. UK time, of course. On the over bracket, we do have Norway, England, the 11th of July, and Argentina, Switzerland. So, for the guys that are joining a bit later, just to confirm, guys, the watch alongs for the last few games. Okay, so Spain and Belgium, we're definitely doing tomorrow. Norway and England, of course, we're doing Saturday evening. This game, guys, I'm not 100% sure, purely because it is Sunday. So I'm going to let you know, guys, what we're doing. But of course, top rated for this game, Kylian Mbappe, yet again, probably getting the manager match, let's be real. Probably getting the manager match for this game. I mean, let's go through the rest of the games here. I mean, let's see who actually got the man of the match. Seen a lot of greens. I mean, towards the end as well. Towards the end as well. 22 shots from France, 8 shots on target, 25 touches in the opposition box, 5 chances, 5 big chances missed. So a lot of chances missed there. But I mean, 305 XG, 0.14 for Morocco. So an absolutely disaster, really. From a disaster from thingy there. Let's be real. I mean, really disappointed. Kylian Mbappe, of course, 8.6 rating. Got an assist and a goal. Michael Elise, 7.8. Dembele. I mean, but look at all these oranges from Morocco. I mean, look, they've only got themselves to blame, really. Let's be real. This isn't a very disappointed for Morocco. I'm really, really disappointed in what they showed today. I thought they, should have done a lot better. Um, let's just read some of the chat. England versus France would be a fun watch. I would love to watch. When was the last time they played against each other? Well, 22 World Cup. Um, yeah, where Kane skied it. We have to invent a rule to force teams to play ball and get punished for this snowball fest. Well, look, you know what, Clippy? You're not lying there, brother, because we've seen this a lot, aren't we? How many times have we talked on the chat and we've said after the, after the 80th minute is when this game will come into effect. We've seen it, Brazil versus Norway. We've seen Brazil against we've seen France against Paraguay. We've seen it a lot through this competition where we've seen after the 80th minute the low blocks are then getting found out. And what can we do? I mean, these lower leg teams, with all due respect, are scared to go. Let's be honest, they're scared to go. You know, toe to toe, should we say? And I don't blame them. I don't blame these teams because when you go toe to toe with, a France team, they have guys like Elise, Desiree Doué, Mbappe in hot form. So look, guys, we're gonna end it there. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow we will be back for the Spain and Belgium game. Which look, I do think tomorrow is going to be a great game. I hope Belgium won't sit back and just, defending a low block. But guys, love to every single one of you as always for joining. This community is getting great, guys. We are growing this community day by day. We're nearly at 600 subscribers, so make sure to, subscribe, guys. Make sure to share the live. Make sure to, always like the live, guys. Make sure to share every single video that we've got going. And yeah, guys, Moondrop says she won't be there tomorrow. Well, you know what, Moondrop? I'm sure we'll see you on the Saturday England game for sure. But yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Love to every single one of you guys. Take care as always. And of course, we will see you guys on tomorrow, Spain versus Belgium. So make sure you guys are there. But guys, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, Hala Madrid.